Joseph McCarthy, hirsute and swarthy, never looked pretty before his committee. Charles Baudelaire picked at his scrotal hair and found a weevil in the flowers of evil. Mario Lanza forgot the last stanza, so he did a soft shoe and sang poop-out-ba-doo. One more. Margaret Mead used to fart when she peed, a fact well known to every Samoan. My name is Paul Ingram. I'm from Washington, D.C. I have lived in Iowa City since 1974, and both my parents were Iowans. Well, they ask, for example, if I can make up one if they just give me a name, which in fact I cannot. And I'm not even interested in doing that. I could probably make more money doing this if I was good at that. But, and I have discovered through the internet, through social media, that there are lots of other people who do these, but didn't think anybody else did them. And frequently I get too many communications from people who like to do them also. Yeah, how do you decide to pick what books? And, you know, it has to do with experience. It has to do with knowing who my customers are. It has to do with knowing that, well, last year I had a book that was sort of like this and it just sat on the shelf. Now, this will not always be right, because sometimes things are just different in the world of the news and stuff like that. And something that is not a hot book one year will be a hugely hot book next year. And that's, you know, you learn. And, but it's not easy, and it can be stressful. A loud, noisy place is good for me, because I write just little tiny things, little snippets. And so, you know, if I were writing a novel or something, then of course I believe I would need a quiet place. But when I'm just here, it's like you're making wisecracks, and this is different. No, it's just the one I'm good at. All my family were really good rhymers, so we were just always making rhymes, and it came in handy. I read and I take naps, and I listen to classical music, and sometimes I play with my grandchildren. If things are too mean or just too dirty, but sometimes these are just ones that I won't put in a book, but I'll tell to friends, you know, stuff like that. I'd like to have a certain way that I do it that nobody else does it, and I've been told that I do, and that makes me feel great. It's fun. I am interested in spiritual things very deeply, but doesn't have anything to do with my writing. I seldom find myself judging another person as a writer or a non-writer, and I believe frequently it's just who wants to call themselves a writer badly enough they get to do it. I don't necessarily call myself a writer, although I will if cajoled sufficiently enough.